So today I'm talking about CyberPower PC. Now they're a company that makes custom built rigs for people, and they have their own configurator. You go online, you choose the parts you want, and they build it and send it to you. Really easy. So when my friend first told me that he bought a custom PC online, I thought, oh crap. You just paid $1,400 for a $700 rig. You got screwed. No, that wasn't the case. Then that's awesome, because he spent $1,400 and he got $1,400 worth of a computer. Now, I went online, I went PC part picker, I chose all the parts for the rig that are in here besides the power supply and case, because those are things I can't find. And it was competitively priced. I mean, if I were to build it for him instead, it would probably be $50 or $100 less. But now he gets CyberPower PC's technical support, and he also gets a warranty for the whole computer, not just each individual part, which is awesome. So onto the actual computer. What did he get? Well, he got a Gigabyte UD3 motherboard on the 990FX platform with a 9370 cooled by an Asetek 120mm cooler. He got an R9 Okay, it's starting to sound pretty good, huh? 128 gig SSD and a 1 terabyte hard drive with 8 gigs of RAM. Yeah, for $1,400 Now, like I said, he could have spent maybe $100 less. I could have built it for him, and it would have ended up being a little cheaper. But honestly, for the price, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I'm not going to do performance benchmark of this rig because it doesn't really make sense when you guys already know what this would perform like. But for the price you pay, that's pretty awesome. Now, I do have a complaint. It's a pretty big one. Power supply. Now I went over this with my EVGA 1300 watt review, how critical a power supply is. And this, not a good power supply. It's a high power 800 watt. No, not high power as in, oh, 800 watts is a lot. High power as in the brand name. 80 plus certified, not 80 plus gold, not 80 plus platinum, not even 80 plus bronze. 80 plus. That means at 50% load, which would be 400 watts, it is doing 80% efficiency. Now this would be okay if it was, say, like a $400 rig or even like a $300 rig. But for a $1,400 rig, an 80 plus no brand name power supply, that's just sickening. I mean, granted, it's not all CyberPower PC's fault. He did have the option for other power supplies. But think of it in a perspective of someone who's not even willing to make their own rig. The little knowledge they had, they're like, okay, I've got this much money and there's this rig online. Well, I've got a little more and I can get a better graphics card. Okay, this one has bigger numbers. That means it's better. Okay, there we go. That's how they're thinking. Not, oh, that's a bad power supply. I probably should get something better with the amount of money I'm spending. It could be a 300 watt power supply by default. They'd get the computer and would be like, well, why is my computer not running? So I feel like CyberPower PC really shouldn't even have this as an option, let alone as the default option. I mean, come on, guys. We're talking about a $1,400 rig. When I was first building my rig and I had a budget of $1,450 or $1,500, I even had a gold rated power supply because the power supply is key in a system. I mean, if you don't have the budget, there are a few, 80 plus bronze rated that are okay and will work for you, but come on, $1,400, you gotta do something better than this piece of crap. Come on. Now on to the rest of the rig. So like I said, it's an R9 290. It's the Power Color Turbo Duo edition, so it's an aftermarket cooler and it'll cool better than the reference card, which we all know is basically an oven. And then you have the 220 watt TDP of the 9370 being cooled by an Asetek 120mm cooler. Now, not overclocked, I guess it's okay. Maybe not in this case because of the poor airflow, but I can't really get any performance benchmarks since it's not really running right now. It seems like there's a problem with the graphics card and it won't even stay on for 5 minutes, and when I try to reinstall the driver it just automatically BSODs. So I'm going to help him with that. Hopefully we can get that solved soon. We all know the specs of the 9370. It's an 8-core, Turbo's up to 4.4 gigahertz. The R9290 is a great price to performance card. I mean, overall, this system is kick-ass for the price he paid, especially considering that he's got a warranty on the whole computer and technical support. But like I said, it has its drawbacks, like with the power supply. And the case, definitely not my favorite case. It is a CyberPower PC case. On it, it says GMC V1000 Phantom. You look them up, that's part manufacturer, so it's not like they made their own in-house case or even bothered removing the branding. It's whatever. It's an okay case. I personally wouldn't pay more than 40 or 50 bucks for it for a starter rig, but otherwise it's not worth it. The drive cages are riveted in, so you can't remove them without a drill. The lack of a dust filter on the top is eh. It does have some cool features, like it's got the USB 3.0 in the front. It's got a actual hot swap bay on the top where you move the cover and there's an actual SATA connection with power there, so you can just slide a drive in, remove the data, or put the data on and put it away. So that's pretty cool. For what he paid, it's definitely worth it. So would I recommend CyberPower PC? I can't really say yes, but I definitely can't say no. Like, they're obviously doing something great by offering, you know, a very little price premium for an awesome product, but I think their website needs some work. I mean, they have some options on there that really shouldn't be on there. Like I said, the power supply just should not be on there. And without some proper research, you really don't know what you're getting into. But I mean, if you're spending $1,400 on a rig, you really should be doing some research on the parts you're getting. So I'll leave it at that. Now, if CyberPower PC wants to send me a computer, maybe a laptop, because I really could use a laptop, I'd love to do a review on, in that sense, where it's my computer, it's mine to use, and then I could say whether or not I would definitely recommend them or not. So let's make that happen.